Okay, and our last card. Yay. The card in the House of the Cross is the card in the House of Burdens. That's my primary vibe. And so if we have got the house, the card of home, family, in the House of the Cross, we have some burden at home, maybe the burden of lack of money, ill health, problems, conflict, argument, maybe some structural damage, maybe we've had a leak, a flood, there's an electrical problem, maybe your pipes are broken, something like that, maybe there's structural problems, or maybe with the House and the Cross, we have a church. You know, as you can see, it kind of looks like a church. The cross is a quite complicated card. There are many, many different ways of thinking about this. The card, again, has more interpretations from me than the house. The house is pretty straightforward, doesn't change. The cards do change. But usually I stick to my primary vibe. So we could be looking at religion, faith, spirituality, hope, you know, to put faith into something. It could be a very kind of a seasonal card. It could describe north, south, east, west, or spring, summer, autumn, winter. It could be to do with any kind of witchcraft, any kind of Wiccan or pagan practices, anything spiritual at all. It can describe the idea of being weighed down by something, but also maybe the weight of responsibility, being responsible, but also being fated, destined to be in a relationship, or perhaps to have a soul contract. And there we go, we have done all 36 cards. I might just read to you lastly, because it is such a complicated card, what Andy Boroveshengra writes about this in his booky book. All right, keywords. It's the Six of Clubs, by the way. So unfortunately, there are no playing card insets on this deck. The Silbernacht, the Silver Knight by Peter Scheller. But normally you'll have an old-fashioned deck, which will have quite large playing card insets. And the clubs tend to be more negative cards. Clubs are kind of like swords in tarot. So the Six of Clubs across the keywords: hardship, fate, faith. The cross essence is suffering. Normally the emblem of the cross is either a cross or, in Catholic countries, a crucifix, normally in gold and well carved. The mystical Lenormand shows a Celtic cross headstone. This is one of the most negative cards of the deck. It stands for testing times of grief and pain whenever it falls, which can only be mitigated if it falls close to the querent's card. It means misery is of short duration, or you're dealing with the burden instead of brushing it under the carpet and pushing it away, pretending it doesn't exist. It's a fateful card. Whatever the cross is touching becomes burdensome and difficult, and there isn't much you can do about it. You can do to avoid it. In select situations, the trials of the cross can mean an actual test. It's often a test you don't want to take, a performance review, a benefits assessment, or having to retake your driver's license exam when you turn a certain age. It's something bothersome that can lead to great difficulties if you don't pass. So to be examined, to be tested. The cross stands for religion of any denomination. When the cross falls after a person card, it's not uncommon to find that the person is religious, even a Wiccan high priest or Jewish rabbi. But when it's before a person, it can be someone you've not seen for several years, or someone you hate dealing with. If the garden comes after the cross, it is often a cemetery, a place someone goes to remember. If the garden comes first, consider a religious building, food bank, or crisis center like the Red Cross, right? So to help people who are to charity, help people with charity, or help people who are suffering, who are starving, perhaps, in different countries. So food donations. So do note the cards on either side of the cross, whatever is to the cross's left is diminished and becomes less important. The cards to the right become more important and gain strength. Health, the cross indicates being spent. Your energy is drained and you're frequently in pain. It's a debilitating card. In terms of anatomy, it stands for the lower back and lumbar discs. And so there are all sorts of anatomical ways we can describe things, by the way, just to finally say this, because it does come up quite a bit in readings. And again, I could spend ages going through health interpretations, but just to talk about this while I think about it. If you have the tree and the cross, so the burden of health or the burden of going to hospital, right? That's one way of thinking about it. But also if you've got the cross, the burden of a health situation, and then the tower. A lot of times what this describes is spinal injuries or back problems. There you go. Or someone who's very tall and someone issues with height, you know. Anyway, there we go. We've gone through all 36 cards. I hope you enjoyed that. This is the first of many videos that I'll be making. I wanted to give you a sort of an introduction to Lenormand, first of all. And I hope that this has given you some ideas of how we can interpret these cards. And then I will be probably showing you sample readings. So I'm going to do a live stream very shortly. Pop in if you'd like to have a reading, and you'll find links in the link tree above. And at the moment there's a special offer on, and you can also subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll see you in the live. Bye.